One of the companies that I wrote about some years ago was a small transport company called Matthews Coaches. And Paddy Matthews is not what you would deem to be the typical entrepreneur. He never finished secondary school. He got a job working with his dad driving a truck, hauling construction products to building sites. He then got a job on the continent as a haulage driver, long haul driver, and he doubled his weight from 9 stone to 18 stone, damaged his back, and spent the next 6 years, as he said, on the sick, on unemployment benefit, thinking that that was the end of his career. But Paddy and his wife had 6 children, 3 that were their own and 3 that were fostered, and he couldn't bring them all in the car to Mass on a Sunday. And the guy up the road was, after having a career running a minibus company, his own minibus is all he had, and he said to Paddy, "I'd like to sell you the minibus," and Paddy bought the minibus. And then the following few months, the local minor football team and underage football team said to Paddy, "Could you use the minibus to bring us to a local match?" And Paddy did, and he did this on a regular basis. And then gradually they said to him, "Well, if you had a bigger bus, you could take the senior team. And if you had an even bigger bus, you could take the panel and you could take the coaches and the management team." And so he did, and in time he grew. And he grew from 1 bus to 2 to 5 to 10. And when I met him, he had 42 buses. He was turning 6 to 7 million. And I said, "Paddy, have you had strategy in your business to get you to where you are?" And he looked at me and he said, "Sean, I'll tell you what I learned about strategy. I set the objective to be the most green transport company in Ireland. I invested in all the eco technology for all my vehicles. I trained the staff, but I did not get the level of achievement I wanted in terms of the strategy to being green and to be fuel efficient." So he said, I sat down and thought, how can I implement strategy with all my drivers? And he decided that what he would do, knowing that each trip was the same length, he was able to say how much fuel each bus used for each trip. He created a board for all his drivers, a leadership board. And up there he put every single week the fuel consumed. And there was a leadership board that everybody wanted to get to the top. So what Paddy did was he created internal competition with all the drivers, but he linked it to reward. So you got your reward, your bonus, on the basis of your ability to drive efficiency on your particular bus and on your routes. And so it changed the entire company to get to a level way beyond where technology could. Why? Because he took his strategy for the business and aligned it with the day-to-day activity of the staff. He rewarded that very behavior that he wanted to see in the company.